So Global is having a dead week this week, but we don't know which character is coming up for the coming update, right? There's a couple characters in mind that I'm thinking might actually be a high possibility, some more than others, but yeah, so you can see on the screen, Sariel and Tarmiel are a really good bet, but I don't think they're gonna drop them as mid-month banners. I do think they will drop towards the end of the month, right? Towards the end of the month, maybe early February, but I don't know about middle of January. If they do release next week, that's gonna be huge, because I know a lot of people are still summoning on Festival King, and they're trying to get copies of characters, right, from that banner. But I do know Sariel and Tarmiel are, you know, one of the most, not overpowered units, but some of the most fun units in the game. Really powerful, especially Sariel, right? So there's a high chance they could release, but I don't think they'll drop mid-month. I honestly think they might do mono next week if we do get Final Boss. I believe she was good for Final Boss Bond. In one of my videos, I messed up and said Final Boss Escanor. That was a mistake. She's really good for Final Boss Bond and Elaine. She's like literally top tier, but that's pretty much it. Like everything else, she's not really that useful for. But if she does drop, she's gonna probably drop alone, since they do have Evil Lilia on King's banner right now. So I don't think that banner will be a must summon banner, but I know people are still gonna summon regardless, because either one, they're gonna simp for mono, or two, she's a very good like character for that final boss. So I don't know if they're gonna release her by herself, but there's a high chance. I really do think it's more than likely she'll release by herself. In that case, she's not really that good. I mean, you can see her skills right here. Her skill 1 actually removes buffs on rank 1, which is really good, but it's only single target, and then it removes stances and buffs on rank 3. So pretty mediocre, in all honesty, pretty mediocre skill, not really the greatest. And then her second skill is an AoE attack, which seals ult gauge, but again, it's pretty weak. 120, 120, and then 180. That's pretty weak. Now, if she were like the red mono, where she got a, you know, basically more, you know, attack based on the amount of debuffs the enemy had on them, be better. But I mean, she does have this, right? Increases the hero's damage dealt by 30% per ultimate move gauge orb the enemies have when attacking. So basically, this is like detonate, but a little better, because instead of 20% per orb, it's 30% per orb, which is very good. She just can't be used in PvP. I understand though why, because in PvP that would literally be broken. That's 150 added on to every single attack she does, which is actually really broken if you could use that in PvP. So I do get why they made that restricted, but they could have made this like, I don't know, 10%. I don't think it would have been that broken, and they could have easily made it useful for PvP, but 30% is really high, right? So again, if she's by herself, not really the best banner. I don't really think anyone should summon on it, but it will have OCs on it, so it's up to you, right? King's also another bet, but I don't know what they're doing with this red fat king, man. He's been in like purgatory for the longest time. Like, he's the most delayed character by far. Like, there's really no discussion about it. He was supposed to release long ago, like last year, sometime in like, I believe September or October, somewhere around there. Like, he was supposed to release a while back, and they just haven't released this guy. I don't know why. He's not even that good. Like, he's not even really that good. I mean, his passive is really good, right? So any debuffs he has on him, he removes at the start of his turn, which is really, or at the start of every turn, which is really good. Then he has fight fire with fire. I mean, okay. And it fills up his ult gauge by 1 and 2 depending on the rank. And then he has a healing skill which rejuvenates for 3 turns. But he's not, again, he's not the craziest unit. I really don't understand why they're holding back on him. I don't understand why they're holding back on him. Really delayed for some reason. But he's a good bet to come out mid-month. Although I'm not sure when, right? If he doesn't come out this month, I honestly don't know if they're ever gonna release this man, because He's literally, I don't know, he's literally like been in the files for so long, yet he hasn't even released. I don't get it. I really don't get it. They could be releasing him like in a Hawk Pass as a character, or somewhat like give him away for free or something like that, but man, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Jericho. Jericho could be, but I don't think so. I think more so February, although it is possible. You know, Global always switches things up. So it is highly possible that she could come out mid-month or sometime this month, right? Next week. Next week is a pretty far-fetched reach. I don't know if she will come out next week, but she'll definitely come out before the one. That's a given. And she's really, really good. So if they do release her next week, I know a lot of people might summon for her because she is really good, right? This apparently this passive works on the back as well. So that's really, really good. She can also be used as some sort of sub unit, which I don't know. I don't know if it works on the sub. I haven't really seen anyone use her on the back. But if it does, that's crazy. That's actually really, really crazy. And then her skill 2 is really powerful too. It's a detonate skill, which is very, very strong. And then she also has a freeze card, which attacks before freezing, which is amazing. So really, really good unit. If she comes out next week, I don't think so. But I just have her up here because I think it could happen. Now, Easton. Easton is a strong bet too. I know a lot of people are going to be like, why Easton? Well, because Easton is supposed to be for summer. But I don't think they're going to wait all the way until 2021, right? The summer of 2021 to release her. I think she could release next week. I think there's a strong possibility she could release next week. It is there. Although, I don't think she'll have much use on Global anymore just because of the timing of her release, right? There's just so many better units to use besides her. Though she is really, really good, I just think they messed up big time by releasing all those other powerful units and then now deciding, you know, we're going to release her potentially next week or sometime in the future. I just don't think she'll have as much use because Green Gother exists as well. Basically, he does what she does, but a little better because as long as you have 3 different races, right, he increases everything she increases by 7%, not even 5%, by 7%. But at the same time, she can go all the way up to 40%, whereas Green Gother only goes up to 35%. So there you go. But she only has 3 attack-related stats, where Gother has all of them, right? Attack, pierce rate, crit chance, crit damage. He has all of them, right? She also has weak point, which she can proc with her skill 2, which is amazing. It's actually really, really good. Disables recovery skills on all enemies. Then disables recovery skills and seals ult gauge on rank 2. And then apparently she decreases attack by 20% on rank 3. Doing everything, right? The whole shebang on rank 3. But also decreasing attack by 20%, which is very, very good. But again, unfortunate that the timing of her release is what it is. But when she comes out, we shall see. We shall see. Maybe I'll summon on her banner. Maybe. If they come out next week, I'm definitely summoning on their banner. I do not care. But yeah. So Valenti as well. She's going to be on Easton. If they decide to, for some ungod known reason, like to split them up into 2 separate banners, I really don't think they will. But Global's done crazier stuff. I don't think they will. But again, we'll see. She's absolute shit. Like, she's garbage. Like, she's absolute garbage. Valenti has legit no purpose. I forgot why they released her. She was released for a reason, but I legit can't remember. I think it was for... I think she was for Final Boss Escanor, right? I think so. Let me actually check really, really quickly. I think she was used for Final Boss. I can't even spell her name. Valenti Grand Cross. Alright, I didn't spell her name, but that's fine. That's fine. I didn't spell it right, but that's fine. Alright. She was... He's not using her. I don't... Was she just released as a summer unit? Okay, she might have just been released as a summer unit. But, yeah, you guys let me know in the comments if she was released for anything special. But I genuinely think she was released for a specific reason. I just can't remember. But regardless, she's not good. She's not good at all. Her passive sucks. applies infect effects. What? Applies infect for 2 turns on enemies who have used the buff skills. Really, really shitty passive skill. Her skill 1 is an AoE detonate, which isn't bad. It's just the multiplier is very low. Blue Melascula has this, but Blue Melascula is better because her passive is better. So, yeah. And then she has this, right? A single target ultimate gauge seal. It's just, no, just not good. Not good at all. Her stats aren't the greatest either. It's really unfortunate, but that's just how it is, right? The green one is far better than this blue Valenti. But yeah, man, out of all these units, though, I really think Mono is going to come next week. I really do think Mono's coming next week. There is a slight chance these two are going to come out, but if anything, I think it's Mono, right? Mono, it has the, like, just the top pick that's going to come out, because we could be seeing a final boss Bond. If that's the case, then she's definitely guaranteed to come out. Definitely guaranteed. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information on the units I think that could potentially be releasing next week or within the coming weeks. So there you go. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for 2K subscribers. Well, over 2K subscribers now, right? But thank you so much. I very, very much appreciate it. With that said, I will see you all next time.